Hi there, day 10. So we're part-way through, probably nearly halfway through these challenges, and today I wanted to share with you about discovering your strengths. So how do you work out what you're really good at? How do you discover what you're here to do, your life purpose? Well, it's quite easy, and we've spoken about this before. So just in case you missed the session that we discussed it before, here we go. So you need to get yourself a really big piece of paper. A4 is good. And then you need to split it up into 3 sections, so 3 columns. So you've got 1 column on the left, 1 column in the middle, and 1 column on the right, all of equal proportion. At the top of the first column on the left-hand side, put the heading, what I love, or things I love. The middle section, things I'm good at. And the end section, things I don't like. Then sit quietly by yourself and write down everything in the column of things I love, everything, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter if you think it's silly, write it down. Then the next column, things I'm good at, and write everything down there. And if you get stuck with either of these two, then particularly the things you're good at, the things you like, you know what you like. The things you're good at, you might not necessarily, unless you've done quite a lot of personal development, might not always be obvious to you what you're really good at, because most of these things will just happen. Most of these things will just be there, and you'll do without thinking. So you might want to ask your family or your friends or even the people you work with, what is it that I'm good at? What is it that you think that I'm really good at? And then in the last column, and then write everything down in that column until you've totally exhausted all of your ideas. Then the third column, things I don't like. Write down in this column the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. They may be out of a sense of duty, they may be out of a sense of responsibility, they may be because they're habits, they may be because it's part of your job, but you don't like them. So it might be things you do at home, it might be things you do at work, but things you don't like doing, even though you have to, for whatever reason, do these things. Now, write everything down. And again, honestly, this is for you. So be really, truly honest with yourself, and do not think about, oh, I'm not sure if that applies, I'm not sure if this applies, because just put absolutely everything down. Then what you want to do, when you've exhausted your list, is just have a little look through the list. Go down each column and say, is there anything else I need to add to any of these lists? Then get yourself a highlighter pen, and everything that you've got in column 1 that you also have in column 2. So for example, if you love dancing, and you've got dancing in column 1, and if you're also really good at dancing, you also have it in column 2, then you will have dancing that you'll really love to do and dancing that you're really good at. So underline those. And you can even draw a line on those, because then you will be able to see for yourself really clearly that you love doing something and also you're really good at it, because this is where you start to build up a profile of what you're meant to do, where your natural gifts, where your natural talents are. And you may not have been aware of them in the past because you've fallen into a job, or you've done something that somebody suggested you should do, or you've peer pressure or society or whatever it is. So this is your opportunity to get really clear about what it is that you are fantastic at naturally, and what it is you love to do. Because why would you want to spend your life doing things you don't want to do? It doesn't make any sense. Life is short. I know it's the longest thing you'll ever do, but it is relatively short. We are a blip. Each one of our lives is a tiny blip. So it makes sense, once you've gone through school and you've gone through all your education, to get really clear, or even before, or even during, get really clear about what you are good at and what you enjoy doing. So go down list 1 and go down list 2, everything you love or like doing and everything you are really good at. And highlight the common